Grandpa is that he keeps the attic locked and says a headless ghost called Mabel lives up there who is very cross. So we all know he's just making that up, but we're not sure why. Mum says he's a dark horse, which is, quite frankly, ridiculous. I think she means he has a dark horse, which is true. Le Prince. Grandpa is pretty cool about us invading his farmyard to live in, possibly because all he really cares about is watching horse racing on TV. I am now his horse racing manager since I appointed myself. His other horse is Declan, who has personality issues that my official animal best friend, Vinny, and I need to sort out. Vinny is also in line to be one of my official other best friends, if he plays his cards right. He's the grandson of Vera, who comes from the north. Vera and Grandpa are dating, although Dad says they're both too out of date to be dating. She mainly washes and irons Grandpa's underpants and bakes cakes that Dad says could have wiped out the charge of the Light Brigade. Vinny is not what you would call an academic type, but he can talk to animals, which is kulendo, as they say in Azerbaijan. You should know that Grandpa's farmyard is basically an open-air bog. That's a bathroom with no bath in it if you're an American historian. There are animals wandering around, doing stuff whenever they feel like it. Official news only for people from abroad. In case you were away when volumes 1 and 2 were finally found in the biscuit tin, you won't know that I have special magic powers, thanks to the magic pocket watch that Dottie Aunt Electra gave me when I was 10 years old. It's been handed down the female side of the Hopkinson family since some bloke called Thomas Mudge got boggle eyes with our ancestor, Ethel, in 1760. She was playing the piano for George III at Windsor Castle every night because that was her job, OK? But he was fed up with listening to Handel stuff. So she hypnotised the master of King's music and played some modern music from New Orleans. And even though it was American and they were revolting, it cheered the King and Queen Charlotte up no end. Revolting. A bit smelly, not very good at English. So that's how it all started. If I swing my magic pocket watch in front of someone's nose, backwards and forwards, forwards and backwards, and repeat, Spyro, Spiro, Squigglers, Scotch, cast your eyes, within my watch. I can hypnotise adults and get them to do anything I flipping well want them to, except it isn't quite that straightforward, because sometimes what I intend to happen doesn't, if you get my drift. Aunt Electra keeps trying to explain it to me and bangs on about it must be for good or fun, or there will be unintended consequences, whatever they are when they're at home, not minding their own beeswax. But the fact remains, sometimes it goes wrong. Chapter 1. The Bombshell. So Mum dropped a flipping double whopper cannonball on us this evening. Thank you very much. She has been on top of the world since the world-famous film director Steven Spielberg snapped her up to be his PR guru while he was making Black Beauty on Vince's farm next door. But when Mum finally skidded to a halt, looking like the bee's knees when she got home from the big smoke, I knew something was up. "Is everyone home?" she shouted in her bossy voice. "I've got some news." "Well, excuse you, haven't we all when we can be bothered to be at home?" I muttered to no one in particular, although Barclay was the only one listening, in case I was offering steak. Grandpa was watching the replay of that day's horse racing, so although he was home in the technical sense, good luck to anyone wanting to do human interrelations with him. Dad had actually got back from the Checkers just before Mum landed. As he seemed to have ants in his pants, I think he's also planning to announce some big news himself, but he isn't doofus enough to clash with the PR monster machine that is my mother. He'd end up looking like one of those pheasants you see squashed on the side of the road if you try to pull a stunt like that, so Dad was keeping stum. Harmony was curled up like Moggy, our excessively impertinent cat, in one of Grandpa's exploding armchairs, humming some calamitous lyrics to herself. Harold was making a mess in the kitchen, and as Dad says, managing to appear quite